We are here at Head Cabbage, the start for the third day of the Ruta Maya Belize River Challenge. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you? Isn't this a good scene? This has to be like a good picture. You have to take this picture, Drew. I mean, these two guys together, they're rivals, you know. All right. Oh, how are you? How's the race going for you?
Rough, because Johnny Watt isn't in the boat with me this year, and I have two ex-champion paddlers from Cayo, and I'm having a rough time keeping up with them.
They're very good.
Yeah, they're very good, and so.
But you can keep up with Johnny Watt. I mean, what is this?
Huh? Well, you know, at least Johnny Watt is my age, so these guys are a little younger than me, so I'm having a hard time keeping up.
How are you placing in your category?
In my category, we're in first place right now.
Oh, let's see who's in second. Do we know who's in second? Good morning, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Rhonda.
How's the race treating you?
Well, not so good, actually. We've got these young bucks competing against us, and we're coming in second, I'm afraid.
You know, it's good to see that you guys are friends, you're competitors. When you are not doing Ruta Maya, what is the relationship like amongst you guys?
Oh, we drink together all the time. Ice cold Bellican every time.
For somebody that's never done this race, tell them why they should do this race.
Well, once you've done it once, you'll have to do it every year. It just grows on you like a little thing that has to be done.
Well, we look forward to seeing you. Oh, how far are you behind these young bucks?
Well, we didn't even bother looking, but he says 20 minutes.
So you take his word for it?
The truth is it's 25 minutes.
You just told him 20 for good measures.
Right.
To save his pride.
Right. No. I'm going to break his pride now. The truth is 25 minutes.
You have to understand that every year we have a little strategy and we fight each other with these strategies. And this year it was brilliant. Johnny Watts, he was so perfect. He got out of the canoe and just put somebody in that could paddle.
I absolutely love it. Johnny Watt will stone you when he sees you.
Yes, you must have a word with him and find out what his issues are.
Oh, look at him now. This is how we love. This is what Johnny Watt has been doing now. He's taping up stuff in the boat. He's helping Linda's service. Guess what? Now we know Linda is real boss. He's the one working. She's like, put this in, put that in. What's in the little package here? What are you guys going to be eating today, Johnny?
Bananas, granola bars, and power gels, and lots of Cytomax. Oh, that was the secret stuff.
That's the secret stuff. That's a 25-minute lead secret stuff.
Yes.
Drew, you got to come and get the
No, here's Jerry's secret weapon. So I told you my secret weapon. Now here's his.
What are you going to do with that? That could be why you're 25 minutes behind, Jerry.
This is a man paddle. This is a man paddle. None of these little wussy ones.
Drew, you have to come and get the inside of this boat. You have to let people see what it is really made up of. You know, how they have everything rigged up, how they have a place for their drink. You know, it's like a little deluxe place. I mean, everything has its place. When we think of a canoe, we don't think of all of this. What's the
We capsized yesterday, and most of our stuff remains in the boat
because it's all taped in.
It's all taped in. So
what is the purpose for the tape on the seat?
That's to hold the cushions.
Oh, that's the whole what?
the cushions, these cushions. These are cushions.
Ah, and what are you doing here?
Right now, I am putting the power gels on the side of the boat, putting them in a ready position so that they're easily accessible and they don't take too much time to get to.
Talk about being efficient. You know, this is what real servicing is doing. Let's see what Linda is doing now that you are doing all the work, because obviously there's nothing for you to do now, Linda. I see you have Johnny out there doing all the work.
It's about bloody time I put him to work, true, gal? You know, I get to take pictures of everybody.
There you go. I love it. This is what Ruta Maya is about. This is how some of the guys prepare in the morning before the race starts. Let's go down and see. Oh, they're just joking. Let's see what the competitors inside looks like. Let's see who's better organized. Let's see. I don't think these guys are going to be eating today. I don't see anything in this boat to eat. I don't see anything on the side. I don't see anything fun. We must remind you that this broadcast is made possible through the kind compliments of the folks at the Belize Tourism Board, helping you to explore and see Belize at its best. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break and come back with more from Head Cabbage. We are here at the third day for the start of the Ruta Maya Belize River Challenge. With me we have, well, let me see if I can get on. I tell you, it's not easy, you know. There you go. See, I the fire. That's how you do that. Morning, how are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
Boy, I tell you, I think I've seen better days. Tell me a little bit about the work that you do during the Ruta Maya on the river.
Well, we try to give most of the support to the paddlers out there on the boats. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a lot of water bags up on the front. A lot of them, whenever they tend to flip over, they tend to lose most of their stuff that they have, that their support team has given to them. So we try to replace that as much as we can to the paddlers themselves. Some of them eventually, they get so tired that they have to get out of their canoes and there's nobody to pick them up. So we pick them up and then we transport them to the nearest support crew that they have on the road.
What has the last 2 days been like for the rescue team? Any major rescues that has been performed?
On my part, being up on the front, I haven't had any much issues. Yesterday was really a fun day down at the Big Falls, being that a lot of canoes were flipping over. So it's a fun activity for us to get to practice on what we have been trained for. But otherwise, for me, it's been pretty smooth.
What are some of the things that you encounter while you are out there? Wildlife, anything special?
There's been a couple howler monkeys and some crocodiles on the riverbanks, lots of iguanas, that's for sure, but any other type of wildlife is very scarce at the moment. But the paddlers, they also scare them up in front of us, so we don't get to enjoy them that much. Probably they do see them.
How far are you away from the nearest canoe?
I'm behind the first 10 canoes. That's the position that I keep, just in case if something happens to those first 10. And then there's the other boats that are stationed about every other 15 canoes behind me.
Give me one safety tip that paddlers should exercise when they're on this race.
Well, the main problem that they encounter all the time is actually dehydration. So the main thing that they have to do is keep hydrating themselves and not just drink water. They also need to eat different types of granolas, snacks that they can have, because just drinking water, you're just killing your body itself. You need to replace all the salts and sugar that you're losing when you're exerting yourself. So not just water, find yourself some Gatorade, some rehydration salts, and whatever snacks you can find.
Well, thank you and have another fun day.
Thank you too.
Mr. Harrison, good morning, how are you?
Not too bad. Good morning.
I literally chase you down. I mean, it's not every day that I run down a man, but I figure it's Ruta Maya, I give it a shot. How has the race been for you?
I think the race has been going quite well. We have had some paddlers having to abandon the race due to back injuries, exhaustion, typical kind of thing that what this race is about, no?
We noticed yesterday that a lot of the teams, and I use lot in the Creole sense, but a few of the teams came in with 2 paddlers, and this was a little unusual considering the amount of them that's been coming in like that. What do you think is the cause of this?
Again, no one knows how hard it is out there, and yesterday was particularly good because the sun wasn't that hot, but yeah, it tells that some paddlers are not well prepared to do the second day, which is the longest day. It's about 54 miles thereabouts, river miles. So you find that a lot of paddlers are getting exhausted and having to abandon, either due to, again, some of it has to do with the type of food they're eating, stomach pains and what have you.
What has the organization for this race? I mean, this race is mature. It's 18 years old. It's like a full proper adult now. What has the preparation for this year's race been like for the committee?
The challenge was how to have attracted more teams to the race. We know we are down to 57 teams. Up at one point from 105, we had leveled off at about 65 in the last 3 years. So going forward, I think the challenge will be to see how much more international paddlers or teams we can bring into this race.
Mr. Harrison, it's always a pleasure speaking with you. This is one of the shorter days. What should people expect from the race today?
I think it's going to be a quick race today. The sun is peeping out already. It should be exciting. We expect to get into Henderson's Bank there by 11:30, 12 the latest.
We are here at Head Cabbage, and you know, Louis is like, it's like a treat. You know, when you were growing up, the only time you would get a whole soft drink was at Christmas. Any other time you get it maybe once a month, and if it's 4 children in the house, 4 you have to share the soft drink, right? At least that's how we grew up. I would imagine that's how most Caribbean or Belizean people grew up. But so Louis is our treat. Louis, come back. Louis is here. Louis, morning, how are you going?
Morning. I'm pretty excited on today's race. It's a 2 seconds lead, niche on BTL Cubs Arm. So what we're going to see now is we are looking at the Cruz brothers paddling for niche from Esperanza, paddling against the Cano brothers from Santa Familia, sponsored by BTL, managed by Cubs Arms. So it's going to be an exciting race. 3 minutes behind them, then we have Oceana, and 10 minutes behind we have Belize Bank, West Rock, and on the other teams. In the intramural division, I must say that the team also managed by Cubs Arm, which is an Ignatius team, are competing against Whatever Boys. The lead is a little comfortable, a little over 10, I would say at 14 minutes, but still they cannot give up on that one. In the female category, Coopship Metal is actually a fair good lead against the Belize Bank Bulldog females. And in the Masters division, What a Thing and Grumpy Old Men, What a Thing has a pretty 16 minutes lead, so that's going to be a little comfortable for What a Thing. In the mixed division, Wave Runners have a very, very big lead over Yukon and the rest of the canoes. So I think that's safe for them, or they don't have to worry much about what's going to happen today. So we're already splitting winners already, knowing who in their division might win, except for the male category, which is 2 seconds.
Nobody knows. 2 seconds is such a short time and anything can happen. One small slip and it could be anybody's race.
But there is something important I want to tell you. Just further upstream, before you get to St. Paul's, there is a little place called Laboring Creek. It's a creek that comes from Whitewater Lagoon. And Laboring Creek saw the first battle that Belize fought against the Spaniards to be able to keep Belize. The Spaniards came up the Belize River. They were trying, they came with the concept of sinking the logwood that was being floated down for economic purpose. And hence at Laboring Creek, that was the big fight. And against Belize won, or the Baymen won, and that was the first drawback of the Spaniards. Then we'll have the Battle of St. George's Key that pretty much the Spaniards backed off completely. But this in Belize River was the first battle that we saw fighting for independence. And then I should go back again and say we'll be passing Flowers Bank today. And at Flowers Bank, when Belize was the British Honduras colony, Belize had to decide if they're going to evacuate for the invasion of the Spaniards to take over what they claimed to be theirs, or we would stay and fight. And the voting was pretty much balanced, and it was the people from Flowers Bank who paddled down the river and voted, we're fighting to stay. And here we are.
You know, that fun fact is brought to you to the kind compliments of the folks there at the Belize Tourism Board. You know, Louis, when we get to Flowers Bank today, we're going to sit down. I want you to share lots more of those kind of stories with us and that vibe and that energy. Because Ruta Maya, while Ruta Maya is a lot of people just see it as the race, the guys on the water. There's so much history and culture and knowledge and information that can be gotten from this race. If you listen to this race, you will learn a lot of stuff. You will have a good time. But before, I tell you what, we are nearing start time, but before we get to start time, we need to... Morning, Debs, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, for the ones of you that don't know, Debs is on with us this morning, and Debs just happens to be my sister. Debs, who are some of the people helping to make this year's Ruta Maya a success?
Well, there's BTB, there's Aerosport,
Aeropost,
Moho Chocolate, Midas Resort, Pasta.
Ina Pasta. It's absolutely the best pasta. If you're looking for pasta in the store, please pick up Ina Pasta.
And also Orange Gallery.
That's right. If you don't, thank you, Debs. If you don't know what the Orange Gallery is, it's a place where you can buy a gift for anybody. Any gift that you can think of, jewelry, anything made out of wood, craft, you stop in at the Orange Gallery. It's high quality, and you definitely have to stop in. There's 2 locations, one in Cayo District and one in San Pedro. How have you been enjoying the race?
Oh, it's very exciting. It's very exciting. I didn't realize like it was going to be so crowded so early.
Girl, you have not seen anything yet. This is one of the crowded spots, but you know, when you go to Boom, you will rarely see crowd.
Well, we're going home, aren't we? Really?
Absolutely.
Something else?
I want to know something else, Louis. I've been dying to know something else.
That the yesterday the eco-friendly team, which got the nickname by duct tape, because we put duct tape in our canoe so the water no come in. We actually launched ourselves like 3-4 minutes after it has started at Banana Bank.
Yes.
Today we were the first team in the water.
I noticed. I am like, wow, they're actually going to start with everybody. You guys are progressing. Where did you finish yesterday?
We are in like 45th place, but we are okay.
You beat out 13 teams?
Hey, I feel good about that. Trevor.
Trevor.
Trevor, we must ask you. You have the youngest team in this race for the entire 18 years. And when we talk about not the youngest paddler, but the youngest team, because if we calculate their ages, they're not older than I am together.
Not 3 of them. You
Yes.
what? Are you 100?
No? Listen to their ages.
What's the age, Trevor?
16, 15, and 13.
You're right.
I'm telling you. And this is the youngest team participating in the race, and they are doing very good.
What is their position, Trevor?
You would have to actually check the mother on that. For us, their position is doing really, really great. They're finishing the race one day at a time, and they're looking good.
Tell us the name of the team.
Rain to come, breeze to blow.
And what category are they in?
Mixed.
Okay, so let's look in the rain to come mix. Let's see what we have here. They're fourth.
They're beating my team.
The youngest team is beating Louis's team. Tell us a little bit about the makeup of the team.
Well, they're three classmates are going to be Belize High School. They decided to get together and put together a team for the first time ever. First time for the school, first time for themselves. They seem to be enjoying themselves. Every day is a challenge, and like I said, they're taking each day one day at a time.
What has the race been like for you this time, having to service not only any children, but your own children?
Well, we've been watching. We've been kind of watching closely, and as they're following along, but they're very competent. We feel very comfortable with them, so we just give our support and let them do what they need to do.
Well, keep on keeping on.
Thank you.
That's right. We are here for the start of the 3rd day of the Ruta Maya Belize River Challenge in a double head cabbage. Louis, talk to me.
Team support. Team support is what we're seeing in this Ruta Maya this year, probably more than ever. A lot of teams with a lot of support, a lot of cheering, and the race is about to start, leaving Double Head Cabbage towards Henderson Bank in the Burrell Boom village. They will be passing Isabella Bank, Scotland Half Moon, Flowers Bank, and they will pass St. James's Boom and into Henderson's Bank. Very interesting river area, because this is where all the logs used to float down, and at St. James's Boom was the first boom where all the logs stopped, and then Burrell Boom, and then they were rafted into the mills. It seems like we are getting ready. It's a few minutes to go, and some teams will be paddling very fast, others will be floating down the river, but they'll be getting to the finishing line.
Is Eco-Friendly one of the paddling teams or one of the floating teams?
They will be paddling today. And there we go.
You know, well, we have a few more minutes. I think we have at least another minute. But then again, who knows? I am never good with the time. I wish there was a big clock out there that I can see and count it down. Other than that, we have to say, don't you feel the excitement, the anticipation? I mean, you can only feel that at the beginning of each day.
That's true, and this is going to be a little tricky because of the fallen trees that are right on the riverbank. If you see, there's fallen trees that are restarting, and that means the teams that are on the right side, or I should say the southern side of the river, will need to cut into the north side of the river, and that might, well, depending on where they are, might create a little problem with the canoes to the back. But it's all part of the challenge, and we are in La Ruta Maya Belize River Challenge.
That's right. This broadcast is made possible through the kind compliments of the folks at Belize Tourism Board, helping you to see and explore Belize. DFC, whatever financial advice, information, monies, loans, wherever you're a student or an entrepreneur or homeowner, check out DFC. There's an office in almost every district in this country. They're friendly, they're warm, they're efficient, they're effective. They have been building Belize for the past 50 years, and they continue to do so. We're going to just keep it steady and still and quiet so you can enjoy some of the songs of the Ruta Maya, so you can hear what we hear when we come out here.
You were rhyming and all of that one. That was pretty good. All right. We are in the Belize River Valley, where the villages have still stayed on the riverbank compared to further up north, where they have moved to the roadside. So we're going to see all the excitement. Again, it's two coyote teams, 2 seconds behind each other. And that will be a lot of excitement to see, because BTL actually made up 2 seconds. They were 4 seconds behind on the first day. They made up 2 seconds. Will they be able to make another 2 seconds, or they will be able to take the lead? That is going to be the race to watch today.
All right, we are about 1 minute away from race time. 1 minute. Oh, and we're off. I tell you, the third day for the La Ruta Maya Belize River Challenge has begun. We see teams coming out strong. Oceana. We see Wave Makers, Creative Marketing. That's Oceana. Then we see Niche. We see BTL Cubs Arms. We see Belize Bank Bulldogs looking strong. First 4 teams: Oceana, BTL Cubs Arms, Belize Bank, West Track. Those are the 4 teams separating themselves from the others, and then we see all the other teams coming together.
Oceana has 3 minutes to catch on, and it seems that they are really interested in doing it, and you could see the sprint they took out, and I think Oceana will want to sprint from here all the way to the finishing, because Oceana needs 3 minutes to be able to catch on.
We see the guys here from Fast Forward looking like they're looking for their service team, looking like they're looking for service, and something is not right. They're not paddling, they're paddling in the wrong direction.
No, a paddle broke from them, and they need an extra paddle.
Wait, I'm getting one.
Johnny Watt is at the rescue. Johnny Watt will get a paddle for them. It's coming, it's coming. I tell you, that is the spirit of the Ruta Maya right there. Johnny Watt says, what I need, I'm going to get one.
Yes, and everybody does that. It doesn't matter if it's your team, you're willing to support. If you notice, the team from Oceana, which is the guys who live in this area, Oceana actually needs to get 3 minutes, and it seems like they are pushing for it.
All right, let me get a quick word with these guys here. Good morning, guys. How are you? What's going on? Talk to me, talk to me.
Relax, Alfie. That's it.
How did you manage, or how did they manage to get it broken? Like, what do you think caused it?
I guess it was weary at the beginning.
Well, guess what? Johnny Watt to the rescue. Johnny Watt to the rescue. Back in it. Yay! Fast Forward is back on it, I tell you.
This is a local team from St. Paul's Bank, and I must say I was hanging out with their family, their friends yesterday, who lined up at St. Paul's Bank to just see them pass. Willows Bank, sorry. I saw them lined up at Willows Bank. This is part of the family member. Come. We came all the way from the U.S. to see their family member.
Yeah,
paddle in this kayak race today.
Yeah, Steve and Simon, my nephews.
Well, guess what? They're way at the end, but guess what? This is their water. They can make it up.
Exactly.
They are strong. I mean, they can still see the other teams. They're in good shape. They're young, they're vibrant, they have energy. They'll be fine.
It just sucks that it happened like that, man.
Guess what? It could have been worse. It could have broken when they were out there. It broke here. Look on the bright side. They'll make it.
Good. Thank you.
All right. They'll make it. They will make it. Oh, Johnny Watt. We have to thank Johnny Watt for showing good sportsmanship, man. Johnny Watt went and got the paddle and come right back.
That's part of what the race is all about, and the sportsmanship, the brotherhood that this race has created, the support among each other. And let me tell you, we're going to Isabella Bank. We're going to actually pass Bermudan Landing. I completely forgot them, and they were right in front of us. Bermudan Landing is one of the pioneers in the baboon sanctuary. Also, Bermudan Landing was one of the main stops for the coyote boats in its era, where all the trafficking happened. And it is very important to realize that a lot of trade happened at Bermudan Landing. It was not the first, but it was one of the main stops on the Belize River Valley. It was also a boat producing community.
That's fun fact is brought to you through the kind compliments at the folks at the Belize Tourism Board. It's amazing, amazing, amazing to see. In 30 seconds, the bank clean.
It's a hypeness. I mean, you heard the crowd, the excitement. It's, everybody gone. Only one, except one dog when they got polished.
Everybody gone. And you notice, look around. The bank clean for the most part. I mean, we have 1 or 2 cup, but the bank clean. Thanks to the people, the guys at UB. Let me get a quick word in before we wrap up this segment with the girl from UB. She has been like absolutely amazing. They're still picking up stuff. I'm gonna run and grab her before she picks up and goes to another bank that needs cleaning. Morning, ma'am. How you doing?
Morning. Good, good. How are you?
What you doing out here today?
Well, the University of Belize, along with our environmental club, we're doing the cleanup after every stop. So you'll see all of us here in green shirts, picking up garbage and helping to keep our environment clean and safe.
We have to say thank you, thank you, thank you. It's, I mean, look at the bank. It's clean.
Yes.
It's really, really clean.
And I'm happy that the students came out. We have some students from Mexico here, some foreigners, and they're helping as well, pitching in, jumping, helping to keep Belize clean.
That's right.
Imagine non-Belizeans are keeping Belize cleaner than the Belizeans.
We gotta give it a shout. Guys, thank you so much for the work you're doing.
Thank you.
All right, I tell you what, that's just a part of what we do out here, or what they do out here. They help to keep the banks clean. It's one thing to come and have fun, but somebody's gotta make sure that the place is clean and kept in order. I tell you, we are going to take a break and come back from another location on this, the 3rd day of the Ruta Maya Belize River Challenge.
La le de veillot, le bouton la voiture ratée. Aïe, lidon la le de veillot, le bouton la voiture ratée. Aïe, lidon la le de veillot, yo de nous et à mon gars, lidon le pays papa. Aïe, lidon la le de veillot, yo de nous et à mon gars. Don't look baby papa Kanye nugu yame Abani sanuri tuni buganya Roga nugu yame Tuni nuwaru gumania Oh Lirola Yadina uba oh Oh Lirola Yadina uba oh Veillot, le bouton la voiture ratée. Aïe, lidon la le de veillot, le bouton la voiture ratée. Aïe, lidon la le de veillot, yo de nous et à mon gars, lidon le pays baba. Aïe, lidon la le de veillot, yo de nous et à mon gars, lidon le pays baba. Kanye nugu yame, abani sanuri tuni buganya, roga nugu yame, tuni nuwaru gumania. Oh, lirola yadina uba oh, oh, lirola yadina uba oh. Abani sanuri tuni buganya, roga nugu yame, tuni nuwaru gumania. Oh.
Luis, we are at Isabella Bank, one of the beautiful villages along the Belize River Valley. We know we want to speak to a very important person, but tell us a little bit about Isabella Bank and why it is important to the Ruta Maya race.
Well, it's one of the rivers further downstream. It's in the valley. It's one of the communities that never moved out to the roadside, as all the other villages in the Belize River Valley, starting from St. Paul's, starting from tomorrow, then St. Paul's, Willows Bank, Double Head Cabbage, Bermudan Landing, Isabella Bank. These villages never moved to the roadside, as they had been sort of encouraged in the 1960s. They decided that this was the home, this is their livelihood, this is their culture, and so they pretty much stayed in this area. If we go back in the early 1900s, where this was pretty much the road, this was where all the kayak boats would pretty much carry produce and provisions up north and bring produce up to the western Belize, and then at the same time bring produce to Belize City. So these villages have not only been a key point for the boats to land and do commerce, but also agriculture. And if we see Isabella Bank is a population of 110, which has actually diminished from 10 years ago, which was 130. But at the same time, there's more people from the city and other places who own land and farms in this area. There are the first teams coming now. We see the first service boat. Actually, the first service boat is not really a service boat. It's actually taking a cruise, because when you service a team, you have to be behind them. We see the first teams coming along. Here we have Bicol is actually one of the leading boats, motorboat. And there you have, it's bringing somebody very important on the boat. There the politician waving at everybody.
Well, you have to bring them, you have to escort them. But listen, the kayakers are coming. 1 hour.
Canoers. They're coming.
1 hour, 10 minutes.
1 hour and 10 minutes in race time. And there we have them. 1 hour and 10 minutes in race time. Remember, it's 2 seconds in the game today and 3 minutes for Oceana. I think we see Oceana leading, and then we have West Rock. Wow, the game has changed. The game has changed. Oceana is right in front at Isabella Bank. Oceana.
Station prize here.
That's right, Oceana is picking up the station prize. They are in the lead. West Rock is right behind them. West Rock is right behind them. The team West Rock finished with only two people. And there we go. West Rock is asking for service, and there's no servicing, they need water. Then we have Niche and Belize Bank. Niche and Belize Bank. And then you have Belize Cubs Arm. So we have the first 4 teams. Oceana needs 3 minutes ahead of Cubs Arm, and Niche needs is in the lead by 2 seconds from Cubs Arm. It seems like Niche is opening the gap, but I must tell you, Oceana needs 3 minutes, and it's gonna be tough for them today.
But you know, anything can happen. Anything can happen between now and tomorrow. But I could tell you that if we know that by a cumulative time, Niche has the advantage over some of these teams, and even over Cubs Arms. Cubs Arm needs 2 seconds to pull. Cubs Arm needs 2 seconds to pull ahead of Niche so that they can be in something tomorrow.
But you build your race every day, and you hope for the best. I could imagine Oceana saying, all right, I have 3 minutes behind, let me try my best. It's not impossible. So they're pumping, they are not 3 minutes ahead, but at least they're pushing themselves, because they're cutting time, and they want to win this leg. They're coming home, so they want to be able to show people, hey, we're in the front.
Well, it only requires one little mistake and they are in it, you know. 1 minute, one little mistake, and they're in it.
These paddlers that are in the front, it can happen, but I don't think these are guys who know what they're doing. You saw the first 4 teams passing by. It was 5 teams in Oceana, West Rock. You had Niche, BTL, and Belize Bank. It was Belize Bank and then BTL.
Yeah.
This is so you see now people teams like West Rock and Belize Bank. These are teams that are 10 minutes behind, but they are right in front right now. And that is important to know, because we know that they are 10 minutes behind because of the first day where they jumped and saved a life, which makes them pro sports.
Yeah.
But at this time, we see them already in the lead as they usually are. And that's part of the excitement of La Ruta Maya, where teams will race every day to try to get that win every day.
Well, you see, beside me coming in first, they want to pick up the station prizes that are available. That's one of the way you can bridge some and also come in, make that big entry into the different areas.
The professional teams, you notice West Rock was there. West Rock saw its crew here, and he made a really not a nice gesture to his team, saying, "I need servicing. Nobody's here servicing me." And these teams are we call them in the male category, but we also consider them in the professional category. These teams need to be serviced because they don't want to take any extra loads in their canoe. They want to get service as they go along.
I don't understand, because you have a service boat with people waving to the front.
Servicing their team members. Okay, we continue having more teams here.
We see three. We see whatever boys, St. Ignatius, whatever boys, and I can't get the other name.
It's team number 10, and team number 10 is D and A hydroplaners. But if you look at it, the St. Ignatius and whatever boys, that's the intramural division there, and they are paddle to paddle right here in Isabella Bank, meaning St. Ignatius is keeping its lead, and whatever boys is trying to catch up because they are a few minutes behind. But that's pretty exciting, because if you notice, in their intramural category, they are even in the first 10 overall.
Yeah, we see the team 45. I don't know what
53.
That's for.
It's the one in the back.
Oh, 53. Okay, that's.
Team 53 is actually in the intramural division as well. Is the thirds.
So you're beginning to see the two groups, you know, and competing within one another. Between each other's, they're there, and this is what the Ruta Maya is all about, you know. Like for instance, I was speaking to some guys yesterday, and they were saying, you know, BDF, the police, and the Coast Guard, they have their own competition within the Ruta Maya, and it's all about pride.
That's right. These are the teams that know for a fact that they cannot. They won't be able to compete in this level, so they pick up a fight in the race and among themselves, and that's the race, and it's always exciting, and that actually is what creates all that excitement and that fun to being in the race. Like for example, our team, we picked a fight with the Trevor Miles team, Rain de Con Breeze Blow. So we pick a fight with them because they're the youngest team ever to participate in Ruta Maya, you know, as street paddlers. And so we pick a fight with them because we actually got close to them yesterday, and then the little kids looked back at us and said, "Hey, goodbye," you know. So we picked a fight with them just for the fun of it. Although we're not even in the same category, but at least there is going to be that competition and that friendship that will be developing.
You start build that friendship within the Ruta Maya, and it's always encouraging. You know, you look out at each other, see who is doing better. We get to see the first female team pass through. At this point, you'll begin to see them, but you're yet to see them. I guess you will begin to see them at this point. We see a third patch of paddlers coming in, right? A third group of paddlers coming in.
And after this group, we're going to move to Flowers Bank, because I think we're going to have a better vantage point at Flowers Bank.
How far from here?
It's going to take them less than an hour to get to Flowers Bank. So we will, after this batch moves out, we'll be moving out. That's what I'm talking about, servicing. The guy saw his team, he's moving there, providing with water, and that's what the kind of servicing that these teams are craving for, because they cannot put much load into their canoes. All right, we have team...
that looks... 09.
Team Choka.
Choka, yes, Choka. Then we have Coast Guard. We have Black Jaguars, the male team.
That's a UB.
Yeah, Black Jaguars and Coast Guard battling there. Then we have Guavalim. After Guavalim, then we have, I'm trying to see the number on the names, on the one to the back, that look like 27. 27 on that list. And then
those are the first in the Masters. And the
C Sports Belize, yeah, and then we see Print Belize. That's now we see the first female team come through. Coupe Sheet Metal coming in. I watch the second. Is that the Coast Guard? Second Coast Guard team going there?
No, that's a team from Crystal Village as well. Not my team, but it's another team.
Okay. Here comes your team, right?
No, my team is all the way to the back.
Man, I would say so. Would I mean, Jorge say yes?
Guavalim, yeah. Guavalim is actually a team from Crystal as well. And Guavalim it's pretty much in this race in the family category. I know the family category, they said they only want to do first and last leg, but all of them are doing it. They have actually said we want to do the entire race.
Yesterday I was sitting at Willows Bank and I saw some teams coming in 4 o'clock, 5. They still paddle, but guess what they made do? Take picture with the selfie and take picture with the monkey and the bird, I think. But they're in the Ruta Maya, and I think some people get in it as well for the enjoyment.
That's what it is. So that will be it for us at the Isabella Bank. I think it's time for us to move if we want to catch the race. We see another. We need to get moving. If not, we're going to miss that. Another of the Masters division. Yeah. We have them there, Grumpy Old Men. So the race is Watating and Grumpy Old Men. There you have it. Is that the first female team? Yeah.
No, that's the second female team.
Okay, well, the first
second female team was Black Jaguars, UB, the female team for UB, and this is Belize Bank Bulldogs.
Okay.
Female.
Belize Bank Bulldogs female team is actually leading overall, but
they have a big lead. I mean, right now they're
pushing up. So there is going to be competition. There's going to be a good competition now in the female division now to look at when you get to Henderson's Bank at Burrell Boom.
Because the UB team has at least 4 minutes ahead of Belize Bank right now, well, in today's leg.
That sounds wonderful. That's part of the excitement. That's part of the fun. This is La Ruta Maya, and we're living it right here.
And the next time you hear from us, we'll be at Flowers Bank. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Challenge in the distance. You can see the teams coming. They're definitely making a showing out here today. You can see the crowds have gathered. This is one of the fun places that you can see the race.
Okay, we see the first teams coming, the first 4 teams. That's a trailing, that's a leading. But now we see service teams in the water. You know, that was a key important thing at Isabella Bank, a lack of servicing. Now we see actually the servicing teams are in the water. There we go. There you go. We have Oceana passing here at Flowers Bank. Oceana Westrock. We have Niche. Oceana Westrock, Niche. And Cubs Arms. Sorry, the Belize Bank. We are not seeing the BTL Cubs Arms in this race. Something went wrong. That's giving Niche a big lead now. We have Oceana, Westrock, Niche, Belize Bank Bulldogs. Where is Belize Bank? Oh.
BTL's Cubs Arms. BTL's Cubs Arms were right on the money for the past 2 days. This is day 3. We don't see them. I was not at Isabella Bank. Where did they pass at Isabella Bank?
Well, it was at at Isabella Bank. They were right trailing at 4th place, and now there they come. There they come, but they seem to come pretty slow. They're not pumping as they should have, or what they were before. There we have them. They are, I would say, probably a minute behind. That has opened the gap for Niche on the lead. Remember that Niche is only leading by... That's right, it's not 2 seconds anymore. And remember, Niche already had is 3 minutes ahead of Oceana. So if we look at it in that way, Oceana is getting time, but Niche is right behind. There you have them, Cub Arms, the group with the Cano brothers from Santa Familia, paddling for Cub Arms BTL. They are passing now Flowers Bank. We have them passing Flowers Bank in 5th place and probably a minute behind. They really have to do some catching up, and they will. Well, we'll see that when you get to Henderson's Bank. We'll see that when you get Henderson's Bank and Burrell Boom. The excitement of the Ruta Maya Belize River Challenge at Flowers Bank, the historic village of Flowers Bank, where the people who made the decision of voting to actually fight against the Spanish invasion happened here. This is the bank where the people left in their dories and paddled to Belize City and voted, we are staying in the colony.
And you notice this is one of the villages that never moved away from the banks of the river. They stayed here, they continued to build here, they're serious about here. All right, in the distance we can see D&A Construction. D&A is from the River Valley area. They're actually from Boom. They're the Gillett brothers inside that canoe. You hear the crowd growing for them. We see there's another team in front of them. I can't recognize who's in front of them, Louis.
All right,
just that your eyes will tell us.
Well, one of the things, this is the second batch on the day. We see service teams on the other side of the river. They know what they're doing. They know what their teams need. I see one of the teams pulling to the southern bank of the river, and I would say they probably either servicing or they're looking for getting one of their team members out. But we'll find out right now. Here we go. It comes Arms, that's St. Ignatius Intramural. St. Ignatius Intramural. And then the Water Boys, another intramural team. And then you have number 10. And if we look at number 10, we...
Those are D&A Construction. They are
construction, that's right. And there you have number 53 in the... And
that's Nescafe.
Okay, that's the team Nescafe. Those are the thirds. They're also in the intramural division. And you see, so we just passed, 3 intramural teams have just passed in the first 10 on this leg of the race.
You know, these guys will soon be professionals.
Well, they already are. They're just participating in the intramural league because they're representing their schools, but they are on the top 10 of the overall. So the excitement continues. We are now moving on to Henderson's Bank in Burrell Boom, where we're going to bring to you live.
We are here at day 3. We are in Burrell Boom at Henderson's Landing. All right, we're waiting for the race to come in, but if you look around, you see the crowd that's pouring in. This is one of the bigger venues. It's one of the more crowded venues. You see all the food, the festivities, people bringing out their family. With me, I have...
JC Quayar.
JC, good morning. That's still morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, darling. Just coming out here and enjoying the race.
Tell me a little bit about which team brought you out here, or which team you're supporting.
Well, I'm supporting all the teams because everyone participating is it's really a grueling race, and I'm really trying to support everybody. Specifically, though, I'm here for Tropic's team, Tropic here, and we seem to be doing okay. We have 2 categories. We have one in the male category, and we have one in leisure craft. In leisure craft, I think we're about 2nd place. In male category, I think we're about in the top 20.
You are out here as support team, you're out here just as a spectator, you're out here just to give numbers, because you know people come out for different reasons and different capacity. You know, normally, I mean, I have seen you out here on several capacities. You've been following this race for a long time, but today, specifically, you're out here with your family, you're out here by yourself, you're out here with the team. Talk to me.
Yes, I am definitely more a spectator this time round. I'm out here with my family, and we're just really trying to enjoy it. But also, like I said, you know, just a supporter of the race on a whole. And of course, I can't help but snapping some photos every now and then and post them up online, because people all over look forward to see how the progress of the race is going.
You know, you see what that guy's shirt says? He says his family thinks that he's the greatest.
I'm sure.
For somebody that's sitting home, tell them what they're missing.
They're missing out on the food, the music, the atmosphere. There's everything for everyone here, you know. Clearly for the adults, there's the Pelican tent, and we have the trampolines and the bouncer houses getting blown up in the back there. And of course, there's the food. There's all. I mean, it's a village life. This is a boom with a talk about. You just got to come out, enjoy yourself, bring the family, and it's a beautiful spectator sport.
In your opinion, what is the highlight for this race?
The highlight for this race, I think, really is the river itself and the scenery that it gives. I mean, people who follow the race, especially the support team, I mean, they really get to see aspects of Belize that probably someone on an everyday basis doesn't get to see. The beauty of the river and Belize is just spectacular. I mean, everything is just spectacular here. And of course, the underlying theme of the Belican Ruta Maya is, you know, keeping our environment clean and, you know, keeping the rivers clean. I think as much as we have challenges in the race, people forget also the next character, and that's the river and what Belize has to offer.
Thank you so much. Continue to enjoy.
No problem now. You take care.
A strong feeling that they are coming. We haven't seen, all right, and the race is here. The race is here. And we see OCB Wave Makers in front. OCB Wave Makers and the Belize Bank. OCB Wave Makers and the Belize Bank. This is going to be an interesting finish. OCB Wave Makers, the Belize Bank, and Mitch. OCB Wave Makers, the Belize Bank. Oh no, it's not BT right. It's BTL. Oh gosh, OCB Wave Makers, Mitch, and Belize Bank. Mitch, whoa! BTL edged them out.
You know what?
No.
It's gonna be so interesting. Our first team, our we have Oceana Wave Makers coming in first. Seconds behind, we had a rush between Cubs Arms, BTL sponsored team, and Niche. No, I thought that was a tie. And what do you say?
That was not a tie. I would say that BTL's Cubs Arm inched them out about 6 inches.
That means they have cut down the time by 1 second only?
At best. At best.
Wow. That's going to be... Now, tomorrow, if this happens again, that's going to be a very close call. When we look at the overalls.
The official timekeeper says that OCB Wave Makers came in with 4 hours, 26 minutes and 52 seconds. BTL's Cubs Arms and Niche came in with 4 hours, 26 minutes and 54 seconds. That's the official time.
So we can safely say that Niche is still overall ahead by 2 seconds. So tomorrow, so that BTL can win this challenge tomorrow, they have to beat Niche by over 2 seconds.
And we see another race happening here. We see Belize Bank and Westtrack. Belize Bank and Westtrack fighting for position here. Belize Bank and Westtrack. I will try and stay within the line now, Louis, to see if I can see what the officials are seeing. Well, I'll try and sit behind the line to see if I can see what the officials are seeing. All right? We see Westtrack's guy lost his shirt, and he is digging. Westtrack beat out Belize Bank. Westtrack came in.
Yeah, Westtrack was by half a canoe length in front. Again, they always give us that sprint to the finishing line, and it's always wonderful. The Belize Bank and Westtrack, these are the teams that they give us that sprint.
All All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to make our way back to the main stage and see now BTL team, BTL Cubs Arms, just making their way in. They are an intramural team coming in right here in Henderson's Bank. This is the third day. This is one of the shorter days, but definitely one of the more interesting days for Ruta Maya. Up your hand when you're ready.
Okay, more teams are coming. We already have 6 teams coming in. That D&E is team number 10, and they are D&A hydroplanners, and they seem to be pushing D&A hydroplanners. And there they are. Another good job done by them on the 7th place. They've been actually, I think the first day was not a good day for them, but they've been pushing and they seem to be catching on. And there we have another team coming in. They don't seem to be the whatever boys, which are right behind St. Ignatius when we pass Flowers Bank. They are not, definitely not. These are the guys from Cristo Rey, not my guys, those other guys. And this canoe number 4 on Challenge Kobe Foundation Pitbulls. In position number 9, we see one more team, and we just want to know if in which category they are. Their canoe is pretty much bouncing right now in the wakes.
Yes, on the wind.
And it's canoe number 53.
45.
No, it's 53 for this year.
Yes, okay.
And those are the other intramural, the thirds. That's the thirds team in the intramural division. What happened to the whatever boys?
Whatever happened to the whatever boys?
They were looking very strong. Nope, this will be the first female team. This is the first female team. Cube Sheet Metal, the first female team. The first female team, Cube Sheet Metal. Whoa! And they're doing it in the first 12. Wonderful. Now you can see women's power in this race. There they are. Impressive run by Cube Sheet Metals coming in top 12 at Henderson's Bank. And now we have the first mixed team. And there we have it, the What's Up boys. Only 2 of them coming in, whatever boys. And they have a big fans coming in, and they were right there. And we can see now why they have been left behind. But tomorrow, more energy will come.
On behalf of the entire crew, Luis Garcia, Jorge Aldana, Drew Miller, Deborah Crichton, this is Rhonda Crichton saying enjoy the rest of your day until we meet again tomorrow. Thank you.